Hello guys, this is our friends from Moodicat. Today on Moodicat Academy, we're going to talk about how to set up a WordPress. So basically, if you have any products and services you want to offer online, and the best thing to start with, or the very important key to place to start is where is you going to stay, where you going to live, what are you going to, how are you going to present to your people, your audience, your clients, right? So it's just like owning a physical store offline in the marketplace. You go to the market now, you see everybody in the market actually has a store where they keep their things, where they keep their products and services, right? So you can just go to the middle of the road and you want to sell something, maybe tomatoes. You just see somebody or someone to buy tomatoes. You decide this cabinet for tomatoes, like tomatoes is juicy, this is that, right? And without actually show the person what the person is buying. You also have to show the person what the person is trying to get. And online, the place where you want to store those your products, your services, what you're offering to your people or you're offering to your clients, where you're going to store it is what we call your website, where you're going to keep it, the place who are going to reach out to you, where you're going to get to use, where you're going to communicate to one another, where you're going to deliver the service, where you're going to get the services in return, right? So today I want to talk about two key most important thing or your basic setup. How you going to set up your website? So there are two ways of creating a website, right? You have the code way and the no code way. So the code way is by using maybe if you have technical skills, you can actually build a website from scratch, right? You can use all four different kind of stacks, different kind of tech stack. You're either using Python with Django, or using PHP, maybe with your front end being JavaScript or React, or you're just going to play with JavaScript using React and back end using Node or what have you. So it actually depends on what you're trying to create and what you have learned, then you can build from scratch. But to our viewers right now that might not have the technical skills, but I still want to create service, still want to deliver things online to clients or their services online with their products. Maybe you have a course you want to offer to a client or you want to sell. You actually do that with actually learning how to code. And I want to show you how to do that today. Today, we want to show you how to use WordPress to make all this possible. And WordPress is just simply a building block used to make all that possible. Okay, so setup sorted, choosing hosting, domain, and installing WordPress. So we want to talk about what hosting is and what domains, all these jargons of what hosting and domain is and what WP, which is WordPress is. So now, first of all, we want to talk about why it's very important to actually stop something because it's not like you're actually downloading the app and just using it from your phone, right? It's something a little bit more complex. It's not really difficult or something not that straightforward on like just going to Play Store and click download and getting your app and just using it once and for all, right? It's something that still takes some procedures. There's some criteria you should go and meet. There's some things you look out for so that you don't run into trouble. Like in the future, it's something you do for a long time. It's your business, right? It's your service you're offering, or it's something that you used to that other people have access to, other people meet you. It's like your identity online, or right? So you need to make sure it's always functional. You need to make sure that you do well to really make sure that you set it up well. So I'm going to show you how to make that possible. And three things you look out for is speed, security, and support. Those are the three key or the biggest I say that you should always look out for to actually the minimum to like okay if it's hosting company or a domain name meets all these criteria, you should go for them. So now let's talk about speed. Speed is just simply how quickly someone can get to your site. You click anything on the site, how quickly you can take it to the next page, how quickly the site responds to commands, how quickly they respond to clicks, how quickly they respond to anything, how quickly they can get things done, how quickly you can get out of it, I get quickly and get into it, right? And security is just simply how safe your site is. Is it that you're already an e-commerce store that any hacker can just go into the site and get any kind of cards, access to your users or your customers, or debit card details and able to be funding them all the time? You able to run that kind of site, or is it one that you're trying to create a course, a common course, like a digital course, and it's so thorough that anybody able to go to your link, you just click on download, or you're able to get your URL and was able to download it quickly. So you need to make sure you need to watch out for this things so that your server, your hosting provider should will provide something adequate security to prevent some happening. Although all this can be done with WordPress to enhance that anyway, but the basic infrastructure for security should be considered before choosing or picking any hosting provider. So also support, very, very important as well. Support is that yes, you don't have technical knowledge or the skills or the abilities to like, okay, you see a 505 error, a 3C error, 500, you see error 404. You might like, oh, what does it mean and what should I do about it, right? You might not really have the technical skill on solving issues like that, or you just click on login, or usually just call you, please, your site is down now. I cannot open it, I cannot access anything. And you really go to it, www.afraid.com, you saw that afraid.com, there's nothing there. Like what as if the site doesn't exist. And like when they are asking yourself, why well this thing was working yesterday now, what happened? Right? There are situations that can happen like that and I'm like, oh, we need help and it gives very good support can help you do that. Either they will tell you what to do and how to do it, or they will solve your problem for you. Or they're the one they're going to tell you that, oh, your site is down, no, we are solving your problem for you already. That's characteristics a very good support. And you should always watch out for people that can do that. I might recommend one or two for you. And I also you can also search fast for anyone, or if you have anyone in mind that someone recommended for you, you can try that out. But just make sure you ask person that the people provide good security. Have you used them? What is it? Is it fast enough? Are they can I log in? Can I log out? Can I go to add to cart? Can I add new products? Can people who use that interact with it very quickly? And all these are the questions. They are support group. I run the problem. Will they help me? I don't have technical skills, or what can I do? Can they help me do it? Can I expand further? Can I go with them? What kind of questions you need to ask yourself before taking any hosting company? And let's talk about now. We're talking about hosting so much. We're talking about domain, talking about WordPress. Now you might not know what those things really mean. Maybe you've heard them a lot, maybe you might not understand, maybe it's your first time hearing about them, or maybe you don't to get what the idea behind it is. So first, I want to use this illustration of this entire building to show you what all this thing means. So let's take this whole land and everything here, which is on this screen, as your website, right? So now I would say this whole land, this whole piece of land where this video is standing on is called your hosting. Hosting is just simply where your entire site is going to be living in, is going to be built on top of, right? So this building now is being held or is being supported or is a platform, right? This land is the platform where this building is stored, right? So that's what all hosting is all about. So usually your entire site is just data, one amount of data, right? Stored somewhere. That anybody is typing www.afraid.com. It's going to take the person to where Afraid is in the cloud, or let's say in the server, right? So Afraid.com stores this and this information. Maybe there's a service, they offer different kind of online services. Maybe they build sites for people. Maybe they create logos for people. Maybe they create banners for people, right? So all those things are data. They're all stored somewhere. So where they are stored is what we call host. That because they are stored in the server anyway. But the people that provide the services for that anyway is what we call their host. So hosting is just storing is where your site really is your home. It's usually this whole platform where the site lives. And then domain. Now this whole property is not just nowhere. It's not just in the middle of somewhere. It's somewhere on this. It's like he has a place. He has a name, right? He has a physical address. So the government has given this an address. So anybody that comes to this place now, let's say it's number 12, left, let's say Michael Street of the Lambda Road, right? So now anybody that goes to number 12 of Michael Street, or maybe it has a longer name, maybe 1213B, whatever, right? Let's say number 12 Lambda Road of Michael Street, right? So you then might come to ask for number 12, microstrip or lambda way. You're going to take this physical address. So this whole building is assigned to number 12 lambda road microstrip, right? That's what our domain name is all about as well. The name for our site, it has a specific name. It has a specific URL that if I type it on Google, if I type it on the search engine, if I type it on the browser, it's going to take me directly to where my product is or my services. So as an example now, you may want to go to a portfolio where Moodicart provide their products and services, right? So portfolio does Moodicart. Now, this is the name of where Moodicart bring their products and services, right? So it's called portfolio Moodicart. This is longer name. The much shorter form is moodicart.com, right? So now this name is the brand name for what Moodicart does, right? So it focuses on, okay, anytime I type Moodicart now, you're going to take me to the store where Moodicart sell their products and services, where they do this, where they do that, where they sell this and sell that, right? So every of your websites, or any of your products, any of your services, always have a specific name that any user click on that name, type on that name, you will take you to that place. So that's what the main name is all about. It's just simply an address where someone type with the address, so we're looking for it on Google, type on Google Map, number 12, London Road, whatever, Michael Street, you're going to take it to this location. If I type on my brand name, www.alfred.com, you're going to take me to where Alfred offers products and services, right? So that's just all about it. So now WordPress, what WordPress is now is simply that I've told you there are two ways of building a website, right? The code way and no code way. Code way where you can use different programming languages and when have issues with that. But the no code way is more accessible to more people, right? So now WordPress now is just simply now I've talked about these lands. This land is simply our hosting, right? Where this land is now, with the name of this land now, it has an address, which is our domain name. Now, this whole building now and this whole thing that's constructing the building now, we have land now, we have an address. Now we don't have anything inside the land. The land is just there. So now this whole building now, what we should do this whole building, this beautiful building, right? It's called WordPress. So WordPress now, instead of you building things, instead of you creating a crate, creating lorry or buying a lorry or getting engineers, building the engineers, creating a buying the entire maybe the blocks, molding the blocks, arranging the blocks, put the blocks in such a way that they'll fit that it will more fall over time and such, right? WordPress make you do this all in a very structured way instead of writing code for it. A technical way of doing it is writing code. Why the not technical way is not writing code, right? Although there are some technical parts of WordPress, but this is more accessible to more people can use it, right? So now WordPress give you the crates, give you the lorries, give you the engineers, and what you have to do is just become a manager. Or I'll say like go this way, put your block to the left, put it to the right. This crate, I don't want the crate to be here. Arrange it in such a way that this is and so on and so forth. Now you can tell the engineers do this and do that. Put your rod in this place and put your rod in this place and pour concrete in there and pour concrete there, and you won't get the entire building. That WordPress gives you. God gives you all the tools you need, all the small tools, the big tools, and all the whole structure you need to create an entire website. So that what it is. It's just simply a toolbox to make all your website possible, right? So let's proceed. Let's talk about hosting now. So now we'll talk about what hosting is as the physical location where your site lives, like the home, like the land where it's being built on top. So now, what should we look at for now to get a good host? We'll talk about that. We should look at for three main things. We should look at for security. We should look at that if they are offering good customer service or they are having support. And we should also look at for speed, right? So now, we will talk about let's continue on that. Now, these are the three most important things you should always look out for. The other things you look out for, right, on the long run, talk about scalability. What by scalability is that now we different hosting services offer different kind of whether you use the word packages or offer different services so that way that if you're a small company, they will give you a package such a way that you'll be sharing resources with other smaller companies. That is, for this, let me show you an example of what a server can be like. It can be something like this. It's just like a big supercomputer where you keep a lot of data. It can be petabytes of data, terabytes of data, means many informations being kept in there, right? So now this whole server right? Is if you want to give you access to the entire server, it's going to cost you a lot of money, right? You might not be able to afford it on a monthly basis. You're a small company, you're just starting up. So they might give you share your resources, or they might bring different small businesses together. All of you will be sharing the same server. You might don't you're not going to get your information. They're structured the way they call clusters and the rest. They're structured in such a way that they'll be sharing the same resources, but they'll not be their data, you won't enter your data, your own will enter their own, right? You're secured in the way you're doing your own thing, you're secure, you're running your own thing, they're running their own thing. Just the way that they'll be sharing the same resources, just that you'll be sharing the same computing power and they can't be managing them one after the other based on cost. They're trying to manage costs. So they'll give you such a way that it will build a structure for you just for that cost structure. So there are others like that. There's also VPS when you go much more bigger, when they give you a bigger cluster. Like to give you an example, reason for doing that is that maybe you are growing now and many people are coming to your site. A lot of people are going buy now, shop now, add to cart. They are doing a lot of payment processing, they're connecting to different things, they're connecting to Paystack, they're connecting to Flutterwave, they're connecting to PayPal and the rest. There's so many activities going on your site, and there are so many people coming in, hundreds of thousands of people, right? And this whole shared resources and cannot really work well because when you share resources, they give you a small fraction of what can you can have access to it. And maybe you give you 3 gig or 2 gig of this whole entire server, right? So now that when you reach a certain stage now, that 3 gig or 2 gig might be enough for you to use because the kind of volume that will come to your site, you'll be eating on this server and you based on too much pressure on it, they might say, okay, please, you need to expand, or your site might be very slow because you're not meeting requests as required. You can just click on shop now, you can click on add to cart now, it shouldn't be loading. So that's the time when you need okay, we need to scale. So I where situations where VPS can come in, dedicated servers can come in and stuff like that. So as you go on, you go to know about this more, right? So now that's a first idea about scalability. So now another thing is some hosting companies can also give you what we call e-commerce features. Like example is that if you are to WordPress now, give you plugins like WooCommerce, Shopify, and so on and so forth. But the two most important popular e-commerce sites. What is e-commerce first of all? Okay, e-commerce is just simply buying and selling online, right? It's just a plain form of it. Example, when you go to any store that when you click on it, you see a product you want to buy, you see add to cart, order now, and it's going to bring it for you, right? That's just simply e-commerce, just transaction online, buying and products, goods and services online, right? So now, and but although we use more of physical products to associate with well, people will just see it more as just buying physical products and services, but it's more than that. So, assuming because e-commerce sites most likely, especially the ones that has kind of one that sell products and services, physical products and services, might have a lot of tractions, might have a lot of visitors, a lot of people coming in, a lot of people want to try things, a lot of people want to order. There's so many people coming in and out of it, right? So they might want to structure something for you that might not be VPS, which is a bit more expensive, but it's a little bit better off than that shared server, right? So they can structure it such a way that it's going to be built specific for WooCommerce and be specific for Shopify, such a way that they will give you more resources, right? Without actually costing too much. So there are some hosting provider that will do that for you. So you can always try. I think maybe Hostinger, I'm not sure of them. Hostinger or one of those two. I think they have some kind of a structure for that. In case you want to create a specific host for just e-commerce or just Shopify, I think they have kind of a structure plan for that. So you can just check that out. So now let me give you some examples of some hosting providers. Some popular ones are Bluehost, HostGator, SiteGround, E2 Hosting. Then why InterServer is something you use when you're scaling. And then something that is new that we might not be seeing a lot is Speedy Connect. Speedy Connect is something we have used for a while, I think for a long time anyway, based on it made these three criteria that I'm trying to talk about. They're not very popular, but there are some thing that was recommended to us and we tried that and we discovered that it worked very well. It's very perfect for what we did at that time. And even till now too, we're still using it. So we can try what you have in mind. You have maybe have research on something else, but if you don't try something out, you look for something very cheap. Because another reason why we actually take that speedy connect because the pricing as well. They have very good pricing model and very cheap, kind of can meet our budget at that time. So that's why I decided to pick on it. So it's something that you something about structure or kind of maybe you don't have too much money to start up, maybe you want to build something, not too much. I think Speedy Connect can help you. Although you have to find out more specifically, although build host gator and the rest, right? If you can get some structure like that. But for me, once I've tried that and what something I've met these three criteria is Speedy Connect. Interserver is something we are going towards as well for because I started to be scaling something on VPS to be hosting some of my softwares and the rest. So these guys too, they're also good at the support end, but we are not it's something that's very highly recommended to us. Although I've not tried for a very long time, but they're actually good enough for to be used. But actually they are built for bigger scales. Although they also do for more of small scales like your normal shared hosting, but they are built for like with VPS, dedicated servers, and something as you are going bigger. Though there are services and structures that go across from small to large, but we usually try to use them for something for bigger scales, right? So you can also try pick anyone you have in mind. Just this is a recommendation I put. That's why I added Speedy Connect. And their service and their support is also very nice as well. So you can just try them out. And they are on WhatsApp. So within 30 minutes, I think I have issues some time ago last year where we have so kind of I think WhatsApp was down and with the time we tested a script and the script is it stopped our site from running properly and the only thing we could do was to call for the help and within 30 minutes they were able to fix it, right? And or they were able to fix it, they were always able to fix it. If they're not fixing it for you, they'll tell you what to do. But most likely they will always have to fix it one way or the other. They will tell you do this, do that, or don't worry, we're going to work on it and we'll tell you reply. Within a few minutes, you're just going to give you a reply for it. Right? So and that's something I usually look out for. If you are not picking any of these two, you are going to do those and those gates. So usually make sure that your support are always very top notch and security. I'm sure all these top guys they will have good support and their speed and security is very good. That's why they're top anyway. So she just look at them. So now domain. So now we were wondering that hosting and domain, right? So though domain some of all these sites anyway, some of all the hosting companies like this Speedy Connect number, they also give you domain too. They price them together and give you the price for it. But some others might not give you domain. They might say get domain from somewhere else. But most of them give you domain, give you access to purchase domain from their site because it's good business. It's just like going to a police station and like they are selling fuel. They're also selling oil, right? You go to corner, go to movie, go to total and the rest. They always have a place who is selling oil, right? So because it's just good, it just makes sense that someone is buying fuel. We want to put oil in our car or put oil in the generator, right? So there's the reason for hosting. Someone is getting a grant, right? The entire is buying land. You should also get address now. But the address should also come with the land, right? So there's most times they provide the domain. They'll price them differently. They'll tell you the price for the domain is this, price for the hosting is this, but they most likely going to offer access to it. But in case you have hosting or you want to get domain differently from your hosting or the site you pick do not have you don't give room to get a domain, right? Or you don't give they have hosting or you don't give access to get domain. A good site you can look out for. But first, let's look at what you need to look out for, especially you get domain. Because domain is like your identity of your brand, of your service, or what you represent. So you should also make sure that what you have in mind or what you're already doing already someone is not taking it, someone is not taking the name, or someone taking the name, you should structure it such a way that it also represents who you are online. So now three criteria you look at for now are something to be short and memorable. It will be brand and very keywords like specific tool, what you're all about or specific to your brand or what you represent. So now, what I mean short and memorable, it should not create something like Alfred and Alfred's Corporation International Services Nigeria Limited. So right, something very that is just too long. That is, sorry about that. I need to. So so that is that. So there are some names, there are some places or sites you go to get all these domain names. Sometimes they are very, very cheap. Something like GoDaddy can give you really very cheap names. So some of them are A2 hosting, name cheap, domain.com, Blue host can offer that. But you can also search fast from there. There's some that you can give for $1 or even less. So there are some places you go to that give very, very, very cheap names or domain name for a very cheap price. So we're going to check out. We're going to probably try to get the domain name, or we're going to show you. I'm going to show you what to look out for before getting a domain. So let's move on. So now, WordPress installation, we're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about how we're going to get the domain name and look at some hosting. So I'm going to take you to the one I know of and the one I know I trust, or like, so not really what I trust and I've used. So I recommend. Okay. Okay. So we have used these sites before. We are used for orthopedic connect starting out. It's very good a place to start at. They give you access to the domain, they give you a web hosting, right? So let's look at their service for the web hosting at cost. So they give you a limited shared web hosting and they give you a price, they give you a limited bandwidth or limited SSD storage, right? And they give you a price size attached to it. Okay, to switch over to limited with $6 for your first year, the promo code of this promo code is very important. I think you should copy this order now. Although you need to sign up and log in, I want to show you what it costs. Okay, now these guys, what they do, they show you the entire process. You get a domain name from here, you get your hosting from here, simple, right? You make sure your platform is ready, good to go, once straightforward. They don't make you go actually to get a domain name, then get a server hosting one place. No, they just do everything as one service, right? So now they say everything for 1 year, 2,200, right? But I'm trying to show you how to get this at a very cheaper rate. So let's continue. Okay, now I'm raising a new domain name. So now let's check first. Wow, it's saying 20,800. That's really pricey. These guys are using in Naira, so they always have to convert it. So, well, let's try to see. Is it okay? Now let's see if I have a brand name I have in mind, and I want to see if that brand or that name have been taken already. So let's see, Aurora. Where is a common name? Not really common, but it's common enough. So someone in the world already collected this name already. I'm sure of it. But let's just check. So unfortunately, Aurora is not available, right? So I don't know already exists. Okay, no. So yeah, yeah, we although it's a place where you can change .com to .io, but that's where I'm logged in. I'm not showing an example of if you want to get something very quickly and roughly, right? Okay, let's see Alfred Bets. Okay, betting is very popular, right? See it everywhere. So right, Alfred Bet is available, right? So I can just say I want to get Alfred Bet. Okay. So let's continue. Let's continue about sites, acquired information. Okay, let's say briefly tell us about what your hosting is all about. A betting, I don't know, they might have reservation for this, but I don't think, let's see, the betting sites. Okay, reservations. Okay, now let's see. Now telling us you don't get your limited hosting, which is shared hosting. They also have other hosting for alfredbet.com. Your domain name, everything will cost you 40,000. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we want to get this at a cheaper rate. Let's continue. You can use coupons. Coupons like they are kind of okay, kind of little kind of discounts that I put in the code format. That you put in those codes that you will the slash will be the price of everything will be slash, but that percentage of it. So I already this to cart already. I don't really sign in though. So I'm have access to all this. I agree with products and services. You can read this. You want to be more distant. Yeah, it's perfect money, but it won't cost you more. It won't charge you 8K for it. So now I can say continue. Mind you guys, I'm not logged in yet. You need to log in to actually, right? So now I'm telling us select a bank. Use so these guys they accept Kuda Bank. They accept because actually it's a Ghana company. It's a Ghana hosting, right? So they actually accept Vodafone Cash. So what I'm trying to show you is that just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. There's a place where okay, I don't think it's accessible to me now. I think okay. Okay, just okay. These are the account numbers. But what I'm trying to do is that that's 50% off. I'm actually finding a way to get you to that discount, or should I try signing in? Okay, okay. Is it this?
Hello guys, sorry about that. I just needed to check if that was still accessible. I thought I actually made a mistake. If I actually logged into my account, this is my account now to check if it's still accessible. See, this is my account now. So I discovered this is where you need to go to actually. Sorry about that. I just forgot. So use coupon. I was talking about coupon. I don't know this way you put it in the code. Coupon, then paste in the code. That code you copy that time, right? Now you're giving us a discount of 9,600, right? So now you can get everything for 3,600, which is cheaper than what it is. And this, mind you guys, this for entire year. So let's we won't if you compare to other platforms, I think you don't get this for much more higher rates. I'm very sure of that because most people are going to tell you maybe I think $10 or $5. You're converting that's around 20K for just for the month too. So I think this is extremely cheap. Really look very expensive, but extremely cheap for compared to other. You should try that platform. Bet you this one's I bet you this is gonna be cheaper for you because most of that platform they charge you at a monthly rate every month you're gonna pay for it. Why if you're going to get hosting, you're going to get a domain for entire year, that's a standard one every year for domain. But for getting hosting, they're going to charge you for a monthly on a monthly basis and they're not really cheap. And for those that were excited to maybe they have that in mind to continue with, there's no problem. And okay, it's no problem about that too as well too. So she also try that. Anyone that work best for you, please just try it out. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. So we'll talk about our domain. Now let's talk about WordPress installation. Okay, now on that good thing about this is that this speedy component, what it gives you is that this WordPress. Okay, so now we are using WordPress to use the others like Jabi and the rest. The other like installation or this thing. So WordPress now is something you need to be installed into your into your host, right? Into your like a platform, right? What is going to be like going to be the building block for your entire site. Everything your design, your layout, your themes, and everything is going to be from that WordPress. So it should be the first thing you want to install, right? For Speedy Connect, You also what you need to do is just text Speedic and then you need to install WordPress and it will solve it for you. That's simple. Although the other platforms might be able to do that, but I don't really try them out. But there are others too, many others too that will also say that they don't do that. You have to do that yourself. If you have to do that yourself, I'll show you what to do. So depending on let's go into one of our of our dashboards. Okay. Now this dashboard is what we call is for what is our speedy content dashboard. This is what actually kind of runs our site. So here's like more of our backend. Here we have our SSS certificates, and you have the DSS, we have HTML. You will learn about this maybe as we progress further. Subdomains. Subdomain, I'll show you an example of subdomain. Like when I say agn.com, there's a subdomain under Modicat. So now assuming this is from direct admin. The other this thing I cannot remember now. I think yes, direct admin is one of them. So direct admin is the people, the platform that kind of our backend that runs our backend for us. So now if you want to install WordPress, this is what you need to go. Assuming you're using direct admin, they have what's called they have apps where you can install Azure Mailer. This is an old way before WordPress came in. This is what people use. So now what you have to do is just to click on WordPress here because they give you access to install different kind of sites. Okay. Okay. See, it's very simple with this, right? Very, very simple. So what you have to just do is we have different domains here. We have multiple domains where you can multi-cart. Now what you have to do is just click on multi-cart, right? You just click on this and you have access to you just click on manage plugins and domain. No, not from here. All you have to well, it will be very easy for you. You just say install now. When you click on install now, right? It will tell you put in the site you want to install, right? You describe it, put in your username, put in your password, then because since you already have just one domain attached to your site, it's going to store it on your domain already. Just install. As soon as you click on install, just give it like 10 minutes or 5 minutes to install, and it will give you your URL, like the where you go to log into your site. When you click on it, you log into it. So we want to let's try. We already installed it here already. So I'll give you an example. This is what you're going to give you at the end of the day. This. You're going to give you this. modica.com/admin. Right? When you're finished clicking on that install, that's it. Once you click on that install, it will just take 5 minutes or so to install it, and it will give you this URL. Though this is not show like this. I installed something else. I installed something else for overtime, right? But it's going to show you something like WordPress on top of it. It's going to show you your username and password and your admin. So all you have to do is to install it, is to put in your username you used to install it and your password, and you'll say login, right? As soon as you say login, it will show your dashboard. To show your dashboard, and here's your dashboard. And here's the dashboard. You have so many things. I mean, please place by the side. Hope you're saying this. You have so many things. This you have tools, you can put in plugins, and so many possibilities. Here is a word of so many possibilities you can do, right? So we progress further. We talk about all this. How can get in plugins? How can get new installation for new packages and so on and so forth, right? So so what else again? We have created one click power. So in case your domain provide host your host do not provide your is not able to install, do not provide service or study WordPress for you. That's what you need to do, right? So now let's talk about on the video below I'll give you access to the cheat sheet. Like everything I'm talking about, I'm gonna give you like some kind of questions you need to ask yourself and some breakdowns you need to go towards or procedures you need to go towards, right? They call it cheat sheets, right? So what's next is that those things on WordPress that I showed you now, there are so many things you can do with them. You can build an e-commerce store. You can build Udemy like something like Udemy, something you can put in so many courses. You can send in your courses there. You can get in the money. You can connect to Paystack or Flutterwave or PayPal or uh any PayPal or anything like accept payments, right? Right. So you can do so many things. You can offer your services there. You can build your site. Maybe you do air. You can just put small designs. Well, using agent, so I'm going to show you. You can generate images. You can put in the images there. But I gave you other playlist. We'll talk about something about building something like this, right? This is portfolio for Modica. This portfolio is like our services based. Yeah. So this we can do something like this. This is very simple site, is 80% complete. So where we offer different products and services. Example, maybe you have so many skills you want to offer to people, to your clients, and you want something like into a place where you can go to, you can accept payment, or you can show your clients what you have done, like a portfolio. Exactly. You can use WordPress to do that. Now this example now I'm showing this as coming soon. We're not able to offer this yet, but we can offer web development, we can offer although administration is already right there, why I say read more. So coming soon, right? So all these things should go to offer it SaaS development and the rest, right? So this is like kind of the stack of skills like Multicast will want to offer different clients very soon. So we can build a site like this, very simple and straightforward. We can do something more complex like Udemy. You can do something more complex like a shopping cart, right? Like entire the way Amazon is like we can click on shop now, add to cart, you can offer payment, putting a credit card. So there's so many things you can do. We can even create there's so many things you can do like there's so many possibilities. So on this video I'm going to show you on very frequent basis. I'm going to show you what you can do next, how you can build new things you can build and how to do them. I'll show you step by step. So you have seen value from this video. If you like this video, this have actually helped you a lot. If it teaches you new things, please click on subscription below so it can be so any of our new content will coming out soon. You should be seeing it on your dashboard, like, and you should also offer make this into reach more people as well, right? So now what we have left to do again. So now on if you have any question, you have maybe something you don't understand, right? If something you don't understand, like maybe I need to explain something, I know I talk fast, I'm trying to help myself, but I will develop, I'll work on that to try to manage it. So if I'm talking too fast or if something you don't understand clearly, you can just tell me. I will respond to that. I'll tell you, I'll try to explain to you better. I can do a video. If you want any special video on how we can use WordPress to do something special, you can just put it as a request and we'll work on that for you too. So just feel free to say hi hello to us and please subscribe. So that's for it for today on Multicast Academy on using what basic installation for WordPress and new possibilities you can do with that. So I'll see you next time. This is Alfred.